Hey guys, it's Chris here with Black Taylor Soft, and today I'm going to be doing a how-to video on how to take apart your M4. Now, this isn't just for this kind of CQB Troy M4. This is basically used for M4s in general. So this video will work on mostly all M4s. So let's get right into this video and start seeing how to take apart. So first of all, if you have any optics on your top rails, you're going to want to take those off immediately. And if you have any other things on your rails, you're going to want to take those off. And if you have hand guards instead of rails, you can just take those right off too. So let's get right into this. First thing you'll need is a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. I have another Phillips just in case, and you'll either need an Allen wrench or a really small screwdriver. So let's get right into this. First thing you want to do is take off your stock by flipping up this little lever right here and pulling out. In this case, my gearbox is wired to the rear, so I don't have to worry about any of the front of this. So this video will work on most rear sighted in or rear wired guns. Next thing you want to do is there's a little Phillips screw in the buffer tube here. You're going to want to feel around for that screw and unscrew it, and then that will take off your buffer tube. So this might take me a minute here to find the screw. So I'm just going to pause it and then I'll resume once I get the screw and the buffer tube off. Okay, so once you have your screw undone, you can just remove the buffer tube like so, just by sliding it out. But first of all, you're going to want to take out the screw in here and this other thing. That right there, you're going to take that out and set it aside where you don't lose it. And then you can just slide the buffer tube right off, set that aside. And the next thing you're going to want to do is just take this off right here. Very simple. So just take that right off. And then the next thing you want to do is you're going to want to remove the pistol grip so you can get to the motor and remove the motor. So how you do that is you're going to want to take your Phillips screwdriver and unscrew the little two screws holding in the motor. So very easy. There's two screws right there, just got to unscrew them. Once again, set your screws aside so you will not lose them. Okay. Once that is done, the plate should pop right up because this is spring loaded. The next thing, so you see your motor in here. That is your motor with the wires. There is a red wire, so you're just going to want to unattach that from the motor, and there is a black wire. Just going to unattach that, and then the motor should slide right out. There's your motor. Set that aside, and there are two little screws. Let's see if I can get it on camera. There are two little screws in here. You're going to want to unscrew those, and that will remove your pistol grip. Because the pistol grip is also connected to the frame of it. So unscrew those, and like I said before, put the stuff where you will not lose it. Or roll off a table or something. I don't know. There we go. Okay, now it should just slide right off, and that is your pistol grip. So the next thing you're going to want to do is remove the upper receiver. So how you do that is you remove these two body pins right here, located right here and right here. So very simple. Take your Phillips head screwdriver and push in on those little two body pins right there. See what I'm doing? I'm just pushing in that pin right there and on that pin right there. So let's get right to that. Okay, I got one down, and there's the other one. So after you get that done, your upper receiver should just slide right off. It might just, you're gonna have to jiggle around a little bit, but it will come right off. There we go, there's my upper. I'll set that aside, and now we have the lower receiver. Next thing you're going to want to do is, in my case, I have an Allen wrench. You're going to want to remove your mag release. So let me get an Allen wrench for that. I wasn't really prepared. Kind of forgot about that. Here it is. Okay. So you just unscrew that very simply. And once that is unscrewed, there's going to be something that falls out the bottom. So be prepared to catch it, like I was not prepared. And what you're going to want to do is just take these three things and piece them together so you don't lose them. And set them aside for when you put them back together. So, I think that's it. Is that all? Is that all you take apart? I actually can't remember. Should be one more thing. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The body pin. There's a body pin right. Let me get my body pin right there. If you can't see it already, there's a body pin right there. And you're going to want to remove that with an Allen wrench or a little screwdriver you have. Just remove that body pin so you can access your gearbox. Can't seem to get it out, so I'm going to pause this and then I will resume when I get it out. Alright, I managed to get it out, so this is what your body pin will look like. You set that aside, and now you just have to jiggle your gearbox free. On some guns it's different for everyone. You just got to jiggle it out until it comes out. Normally, you just got to push forward and push and pull up, and it will come out. So this might take a little doing. So once I get this out, I will pause it and show you what it will look like. Alright, so anybody else who is watching this that does not have a Troy CQB or anything else, this does not apply to you. But if you do have a gun like this, you're going to want to take out this part right here with these two screws. That is what's holding it in. So you unscrew that, and once you unscrew it, with the screws, just pull it up and set that aside, and then you can free your gearbox. Anybody else, just pay no attention and just free it up. So pull up and push out. Very simple. And this is your lower receiver, and this is your gearbox. It's an Echo 1 gearbox. I believe it's a Generation 2 gearbox, and it is properly lubed up. I lubed this up the other day, so there you go. And so that is how to take it apart. Now we have to, if anybody else wants to go further on this, if they know how to take gearbox apart, I'm not going to go that far because I just don't want to. So, yeah, guys, now I will put it back together. Here comes the fun part. So, just basically doing everything backwards. You're going to want to put it back in, put your gearbox back in the lower receiver. So, put your two wires from the front into your pistol grip, and put this back wires through this little hole back here. If I can even get it. There we go. Just pull it tight, and now it should just fit right in. Next thing you're going to want to do, and like I said before, if this doesn't apply to you, then fine. Anybody else with a Troy, this does apply to you. You're going to want to screw in your piece in here, right here. So, take your screwdriver and screw it right in there. Very simple, very easy, nothing too hard. I like how they designed the M4s to come out very easy, take apart very easy. One thing I did not mention before is if you're looking to get to your hop-up unit or your inner barrel, it's in your upper receiver. You just slide this out right here, and in this case I have a 4-inch barrel. You just slide that out right there, This is my hop-up unit, and this is my 4-inch barrel. So if you're looking to modify that at all, there you go, and you just slide it in the way you took it out. Very simple, very easy. If I could put it in. There we go. So one thing I didn't mention before, but that's how you do that. Next thing you're going to want to do is insert your body pin. Little tap. There you go, that's in for you. What did I do? I guess I'm going to save the upper receiver for last. I'm going to put that on last. Next thing you're going to want to put on is your mag release. So unscrew your screw right here. Put this on this side, so this part right here, you're going to want to put it in right there. And take your spring and put it on the right in there. And then take your button, insert it, and then just screw it all together. So I'm going to set this down and do it. So, because it's easier. I don't want to lose anything. So I'm going to pause this, and once I get it done, I'll resume and show you the rest. I just don't want to be taking up time here. Alright, so once you have that done, you're going to want to move on to your, let's see, what should we do next? Let's move on to your motor. You're going to want to put on, first you're going to put on your pistol grip. So, there are two little holes right on your pistol grip. If you can't see them, there are two holes on your pistol grip right here. 3 holes actually. The hole on the left and on the right, you're going to want to put your wires into. So 1 wire in your left one, 1 wire in your right one. Doesn't matter. So why don't we do that? Insert them like so. And just slide it right on. Alright, so the next thing you're going to want to do is those screws in there, you're going to want to screw those in with your screwdriver. Your Phillips screwdriver. So, screw those right in. Alright, so the next thing is you're going to want to put your motor in. Just slide it right in there, and make sure that when you press it in, that it is getting its, that it is, what do you call, I guess, recoiled or something, I don't know. That it's going up and down, its spring is working, it's not just being shoved in there. So put that in next. So it's going to want to be like that. You can push it like that, and it'll be fine. So once you have that inserted, you're going to want to put on your wires again. So put the black one to the negative side, and the red one to the one with the red next to it. So the positive side. Very simple, very easy. So once I have that done, I will resume. Alright, so once you have your wires connected, you're going to want to put on the bottom plate to your pistol grip. So, you insert it like so. Very simple, very easy. Like I said, 20 more times 4. Then you take your screws, put them right there, and screw them in with your Phillips screwdriver. This might take a minute, so just hold on there, bear with me. Alright, so I will gotta do one quick thing and I will resume when done. Once you have that all finished, you're going to want to put on your, I guess you could put it on your buffer tube next. So, first of all, slip on this piece right here onto the wire. Slip it on. Right there. And next thing, just slide the wiring, or if you do not have a front wired gun, this does not apply to you. But anyone with a rear wired gun, just slide the wires right through the buffer tube. And if you don't have wires on rear to the guns, just slide your buffer tube right on. So allow them to give me a minute to get those through. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is take your long screw, take this part, and put it in the gun. So, put it in the buffer tube of the gun. Put the long screw on the little washer and just drop it right in. Then you're going to want to find the hole where the screw goes into. Then just screw away. So, I'm going to pause this and then I will resume. So this might take me a minute. Okay, so once you get your buffer tube, put it on, screw it all in, all sturdy and everything, you're going to want to put on your upper receiver. So then how you do that is very simple. Just slide it on like so, and in this case I have two extra little notches right here. That takes me a little extra time, but anybody who has those, make sure you squeeze them and make sure they fit inside of the lower receiver. Anybody else who doesn't have that, just slide it right on and wait for me to put it on. So I'm gonna pause it and to save time, and I will get ready. Alright, so once you have that done, it should look like this, but there's couple final things you need to do. First of all, you're going to want to take your body pins, and you're going to want to take the one right here, take this one, and put it in the back here, insert it like so until you hear the click. So you heard the click, and then the front one, you're going to want to put right in here until you hear the click, or if you don't hear a click. Alright, this one needs to be. Alright, there you go. And you're going to want to put on your stock. In this case, it's wired to the back, so I have to take off that. So, allow me to put in my wires in the stock real quick because my gun is wired to the rear. Okay. So, what you're going to want to do is pull up right on this part right here, like you did to take it off. Pull it up to push it on, and you should be all set for that. Your final thing is to put on your accessories or optics. So put that on, and you're all set. So one last thing you're going to want to do is put a battery in it, slap a battery in it, make sure it works alright. And if you don't, if it doesn't work alright, just repeat the steps you did before and you'll figure out what you did wrong. So, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some advice in how to take apart an M4. So, once you get the hang of it, you kind of get stuck in your head on how to do it. So, thanks you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.